Commentary on Lesson 63 in the Workbook for A Course in Miracles. The light of the world brings peace to every mind through your forgiveness. How holy are you who have the power to bring peace to every mind? How blessed are you who can learn to recognize the means for letting this be done through you? What purpose could you have that would bring you greater happiness? Remember now the Course's definition of humility is not the egos of one of self-debasement and thinking of ourselves as small and helpless, but true humility is recognizing that God is everywhere, in every place, in every time, and that you're part of that, and that there's a great power inside of you. That's the humility, and the that taking part in the functions now that God has given us for the Holy Spirit is what will bring us happiness. So that's the carrot here. That's our motivation. That's our criteria for knowing whether or not we're thinking with the Holy Spirit or we're thinking with the ego, and it's whether or not we're happy. So that's a pretty good deal. All right, so you are indeed the light of the world with such a function. The Son of God looks to you for his redemption. It's yours to give him, for it belongs to you. Accept no trivial purpose or meaningless desire in its place, or you will forget your function and leave the Son of God in hell. This is no idle request that's being asked of you. You are being asked to accept salvation that it may be yours to give. So the only one who could perform this function, it would have to be the light of the world, and that's who we are, and therefore that's our function. And so the Son of God looks to us, which means this one self that we all are, looks to us for our redemption, and that it's ours to give to him, and it belongs to us. And therefore it says, accept no trivial purpose or desire in its place, or you will forget your function and leave the Son of God in hell. So remember that the ego's goal is to fulfill itself by writing scripts for everything in the world, what the way other people should be, the way situations should be. And its premise is that it's incomplete, and without these things happening, without people behaving the way we think they should, without circumstances turning out, that we can't be happy. And so it's a premise of lack, that we're incomplete, all of those things, and that's what motivates the ego to go ahead. Whereas the Holy Spirit is saying that we have everything, that we have that and we've just forgotten it, and that our goal now is to remember it. And that's the purpose of everything. So the Course doesn't ask us to change the forms of our lives or the things that we're doing. We're going to still go about the same things, because that's the playground that we've elected to learn in. So we don't want to run away from our normal activities, but we're just changing the purpose of them. The purpose is now is to help us remember, and everyone else, that we have and are everything. And the text was pretty clear in the beginning that if you accept this function of helping us remember who we are, then even your needs here, however illusionary they are, if you leave them to the Holy Spirit to define, the Holy Spirit will meet those needs. So we don't have to have concern that we're not going to get our needs met when we're having this focus in our mind of practicing forgiveness, or learning forgiveness, or having the function of the light of the world. All those little needs will be met as long as we accept this one thing that we're going to do. All right, so this is no idle request being asked of you. You're being asked to accept salvation that it may be yours to give. So this is the great love that's in the Course. Is that all that's really being asked of us is to accept this forgiveness for ourselves, accept this atonement for ourselves. And then once we are willing to do that, then we will be that demonstration, and we will bring this peace to every mind through our acceptance of it inside of ourselves in that holy instant. All right, so recognizing the importance of this function, we will be happy to remember it very often today. We will begin the day by acknowledging it and close the day with the thought of it in our awareness. And throughout the day, we will We will repeat this as often as we can. The light of the world brings peace to every mind through my forgiveness. I am the means God has appointed for the salvation of the world. If you close your eyes, you will probably find it easier to let the related thoughts come to you in the minute or two that you should devote to considering this. So these related thoughts are being in that part of the mind that's thinking with the Holy Spirit, being in the mind of God, all of the related thoughts like, I must be blessed, I must be holy if I can do this, happiness must be possible. All of those other thoughts should resonate inside us as we're asserting this idea the light of the world brings peace to every mind through my forgiveness. I am the means God has appointed for the salvation of the world. Okay, so if we can close our eyes for a minute or two, that's the practice. But do not, however, wait for such an opportunity. No chance should be lost for reinforcing today's idea. So if we can't have the time to close our eyes, we can still, regardless of what we're engaged in, we can still remember this idea and repeat it to ourselves as often as we can. The light of the world brings peace to every mind through my forgiveness. I am the means God has appointed for the salvation of the world. So no chance should be lost for reinforcing today's idea. Remember that God's Son looks to you for his salvation, and who but yourself must be his son. Okay, so day of happiness from a day of practicing this thought is what we're looking for today. All right, that's it. Thank you.